Hello, everyone. I really enjoyed the literature this week on functional behavioral assessment. I wish the FBA was more common of an early intervention practice in my own school. There are many advantages of including the FBA in pre-referral practices for gen ed students with challenging behaviors. One advantage is that it would address the issue of disproportionality in special ed. This was discussed in many of the articles, particularly in those judgment categories of EBD and LD. Moreno and Gate in 2013 cited, in the identification process for EBD, educator reports and disciplinary history carry a significant weight in the evaluation of students with chronic challenging behaviors. Educator reports and disciplinary history are highly subjective and can lead to false positive identification of EBD in referred students. So by using an appropriately implemented FBA as a pre-referral practice, for these students, effective behavior intervention plans can be developed with the intention of reducing the challenging behavior, teaching the student more socially appropriate replacement behaviors, and reducing that chronic disciplinary history that might lead to the false positive identification of a disability. I think it's important to note that an appropriately implemented FBA would be one that is culturally relevant for the student. Moreno, Wonglow, Short, and Bullock 2013 stated that educators can offer a culturally attuned investigative process to better understand the student and more accurately distinguish between cultural differences and genuine EBD indicators. A second advantage, which sort of goes along with the first, is that using the FBA pre-referral reduces the subjectivity of the referral process. Moreno and Segura Herrera stated, the subjective perception by referring teachers and its influence played on the pre-referral team and an established disciplinary record can lead to students being rubber stamped into a special education evaluation with possible misidentification. So the qualitative and quantitative data component of the FBA allows educators to gather more objective information about the student compared to just using those office referrals or discipline referrals that are likely to include the bias of the teacher or whoever the referrer is. A third advantage of the pre-referral FBA is the potential for increased cultural competency and parental involvement in the entire process. Moreno, Wonglow, Short, and Bullock 2013 stated, the FBA process can be an effective process to ascertain intangible cultural factors that may go unconsidered when evaluating challenging behaviors demonstrated by students from diverse backgrounds. Additionally, Chen and Gregory 2011 stated that when parents helped develop pre-referral interventions, the parents were more satisfied with their child's progress, felt their child was more successful, and felt the intervention plan better addressed their child's needs. So the FBA process includes parents and allows them to be involved and provides teachers and staff with useful information about a student's cultural background that might impact their educational experience. So this can help us develop more relevant behavior plans for these students. A final advantage is the overall improvement of the educational experience for these students. Moreno and Bullock 2011 said, it is critical, however, to remember interventions are not designed to stop the behavior, but to teach the student more socially acceptable, desired behaviors. This philosophy delivers on the principal foundation of education. That is to enhance the quality of life for the student and instill a sense of self-determination. So by using the FBA as a pre-referral practice, we can address the needs of these students and provide them supports and interventions before the behavior begins to negatively impact their educational experience and potentially lead to that false identification of disability. I really enjoyed reading these articles. I found them particularly relevant to my own school and what I see and experience there. Oftentimes it feels like the behavior plan is a last resort, and I don't usually see a lot of evidence of supports or interventions that were tried prior to that referral to special ed. So I definitely see the advantage of using the FBA in that gen ed population before the referral. That is all I have, and I look forward to being tagged with a question. Thanks.